Hi there, I'm Square, and let's talk about anime. With the winter 2021 season wrapping up, we have a whole new crop of anime in the spring. And with so many options, I really wanted to make a video highlighting which anime I'm interested in. And if I really like them, I'll probably make videos spotlighting them later. I'm not going to talk about all the anime, there's a ton, just the ones that I'm going to be giving a try. And this is going to be a lot less structured of a video. I won't be working off a script and just kind of thinking out loud about my first impressions. This is a new way for me to make a video, so let's see how it goes. And for context, I will be reading the actual synopsis from my anime list for each anime. Oh, each anime except the first one we're talking about, Boku no Hero Academia, or My Hero Academia Season 5. Now, I, like many other fans, have been watching My Hero Academia since Season 1, and I'm really excited to see where the series is going. A lot has developed over these first 4 seasons. We've seen actual character deaths, we've seen some real progression with the characters. I love where they're going with Deku's character in particular, and how he's developing his own powers and kind of coming into his own. And it seems like this season they may be highlighting Class B a little bit more, which is interesting. I'm not sure how they're going to balance all those characters because Class 1A already has so many, but I love seeing the different quirks and how they interact with each other and the personalities of each character and the designs of each character. So I'm really interested to see where it goes. Now, I am the type of person that avoids spoilers, so I have not read ahead in the manga, so I don't know what to expect in this season. But I do have high hopes, because so far the series hasn't let me down. It's just kind of a fun ride. So, My Hero Academia Season 5 is one that I am watching. Now, another one that has grabbed my interest for a completely different reason is Don't Toy With Me, Nagatoro-san. And this is a new anime starting this year. Let's read a quick synopsis. High schooler Hayase Nagatoro loves to spend her free time doing one thing, and that is to bully her senpai. After Nagatoro and her friends stumble upon the aspiring artist's drawings, they find enjoyment in mercilessly bullying the timid senpai. Nagatoro resolves to continue her cruel game and visits him daily so that she can force senpai into doing whatever interests her at the time, especially if it makes him uncomfortable. Now, this is an anime that has my attention, and to be honest, it was mostly brought to my attention because there's a little bit of controversy around it already. Now, I did call it Don't Toy With Me, Nagatoro-san. Some of the translations are choosing the word bully, and this is causing a bit of controversy in the anime community, thinking that this is a series that might be glorifying bullying. But from research I've done on my own, it seems like the word actually used, Aijiranaide, doesn't have a very clear translation to English. It doesn't really mean bully. It's closer to tease, I guess, but not quite that either. Bully has a lot of negative connotations here in the West for good reason, obviously. So it's one that I've seen titled differently in different publications because nobody really knows what to do with the word. So one of the reasons why I want to pay attention to the series is I want to make my own opinion. I don't want to just fall into controversy that's second or third hand, maybe worked off of a weird translation. I don't know. I want to see how it goes for myself, just in case it does kind of become a thing. I like knowing what's going on in the anime community as a whole. Now, watching the trailer for the anime, it's giving me like Uzaki vibes, but maybe a little bit more sadistic. Nagatoro-san seems to be a bit more hardcore in her teasing, approaching levels that might be a bit too far. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to watch this series all the way through, but like I said, I'd like to give it a try and form my own opinion around it. I do like the character designs though, so that is something else that's kind of grabbing my interest. Now, to take a complete turn from this past anime, the next one that I'm really interested in this year, just mostly for nostalgia reasons, is Shaman King. Now, for those of you who aren't familiar, Shaman King was old manga from, I don't know, forever ago. Oh my God, yeah, 1998. Very, very old manga. And it's one that I wasn't super duper into. I had a friend who collected them, so I read a few and I always thought it was interesting. And what's drawn me to this is the fact that this is such an old series that they're bringing back and trying to do right, it seems. It's like the new Fruits Basket or Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Because apparently the original anime, the original Shaman King anime, didn't quite follow the manga. There was some, like, I don't think the manga was done yet. So it wasn't really a series that was faithful to the original story. So I'm really curious how they're going to adapt a 20-year-old manga to something nowadays. And the basic premise I find interesting. Let me read that out now. So shamans are extraordinary individuals with the ability to communicate with ghosts, spirits, and gods, which are invisible to ordinary people. The Shaman Fight, a prestigious tournament pitting shamans from all over the world against each other, is held every 500 years, where the winner is crowned Shaman King. This title allows the current incumbent to call upon the Great Spirit and shape the world as they see fit. Again, I wasn't super into this one. It was, there were new things coming out when I was getting into anime. So I didn't really read this one too much. I think I read like the first couple volumes. But from what I read, it seems like it's a series that's like a nonstop tournament arc, which is really interesting. That tends to be a shonen staple, right? Those tournament arcs. So having an anime that's based around that, I find rather fascinating. So this is one I'm gonna be giving it a try. One, just to see how it translates this old story into the new, and two, to actually give it a try, as it's supposed to be a pretty good series and one I never really gave that much attention to before. So this is one that I'm going to be watching. So next we have Sentuen Hakenshimasu, or Combatants Will Be Dispatched. So the synopsis of the series is, with world domination nearly in their grasp, the supreme leader of the Kisaragi Corporation, an underground criminal group turned evil megacorp, have decided to try their hands at interstellar conquest. A quick dice roll dominates their chief operative, Combat Agent 6, to be the one to explore an alien planet. And the first thing he does when he gets there is change the sacred incantation for a holy ritual to the most embarrassing thing he can think of. But evil deeds are business as usual for the Kisaragi operatives. So 6 wants a promotion and a raise. He'll have to work much harder than that. So normally, this isn't a series I would necessarily flock to. I'm neutral on sci-fi. I'm not against or for it. I'll give it a try. And there's nothing really sticking out to me about the series other than the fact that it is written by the author of Konosuba, Akatsuki Natsumi. And I am a big fan of Konosuba. The humor in that series is beautiful, spot on. And if this new series is able to capture that level of comedy, physical comedy, those expressions, the way that the character dynamics, they interact with each other, this could be a really, really good series. So just from the light novel author alone, I want to give this one a try. From the trailer, it looks decent. Again, it isn't one that would necessarily grab my attention. We're like, OMG, I have to see it. Wah, if it wasn't for the author. This is one I'm going to give a real shot to. I might watch it all the way through, even if I'm not drawn in by the first few episodes. I think it would make a great video to come at it from the perspective of a Konosuba fan who honestly does prefer more like fantasy over sci-fi. seen the sci-fi version, maybe a little bit compare contrast. We'll see if there's something there. Now, the last one I'm talking about today is slime side stories. So this is a side story too, the time I got reincarnated as a slime. So let's read a really quick synopsis of what the side story is, and we'll go into a little bit more detail. Even in another world, lives aren't always on the line. There's plenty of work to be done, from feeding the community, foraging the items the community needs, as well as plenty of play and hijinks throughout. Join Rimuru and friends as they kick back and enjoy their daily lives. So it seems like this is a slice of life story in the slime isekai world. Now, normally I don't pay attention to these like OVAs, these side things that are happening, but after I watched Spider Isekai, Soma Spider So What, which was, again, my favorite of the winter anime, a lot of people were comparing it to Slime. So I decided to give Slime a chance because it's a series I never really watched before. So I'm currently watching through and I'm almost caught up with the Slime series. So I want to get as much of the content as possible because I would like to form an opinion and compare and contrast Spider and Slime. These are two series that very much were getting compared, especially early on when Spider was being introduced, like the first few episodes. And again, since I'm such a big fan of Spider, I really want to give them each a fair shot and just see what overlaps, what doesn't, my opinions on both, And honestly, Slice of Life Slime, I like the characters so far. Like, I'm liking the Slime series. I like the dynamics and everything like that. So Slice of Life sounds like it could be fun. So I'm gonna give this one a shot, and it's a little bit of research, I guess, for me for a future video. It might be nice to have a light anime to have on before bed. So those are basically the series I am watching this spring. But I can't deny the one I am most looking forward to is the continuation of Soma Spider So What. Oh my gosh, this series is so good still. Like, it's not technically a spring anime, but like it's a double season. So we had like a little bit of a break and now we're getting into like the second half and it's starting to get really, really good. So honestly, I might just make another video on that because I loved that series and it's probably my favorite of the videos I've made so far. So my top tier anime I'm looking forward to in spring is continuation of Spider, and I guess that's cheating, but it's true. The art this time is it's a little weird, isn't it? So let me give a little explanation. I also stream as a VTuber, and as a VTuber, I was invited to a tabletop RPG in the JoJo universe that we're gonna do streaming online. And this is my character from that series. She is a Japanese idol girl who ends up being a Stan user. So I feel like this is gonna be a fun one to play. It was a fun one to design. And while I was drawing, you might have noticed the stand in the corner. I tried to pull some colors from it so they had a little bit like in common. If you're interested in watching a bunch of VTubers and streamers making idiots of themselves in the JoJo universe, you can join us. Schedule posted here, and this will be an ongoing game. So even if you catch this video like in a week or so from when it's posted, we should still be playing at this time. So join us then. You can follow my Twitch here. I'll be streaming live as well. And you can see and join in, and it should be a pretty fun time. And if you like anything I've said here or are interested in any of my video ideas I presented, please subscribe. That's an easy way to follow me, watch what I do, see new art. So until then, thank you so much for your support. I hope to see you all again soon, and please have an artsy day.